Hi friends, here's a little yoga sequence for you for hip opening. It's a gentle beginner practice and hopefully it will be helpful to you. I have this bed pillow, very fancy prop, and I certainly invite you to grab one of your own and start by putting it under your butt and just sitting down wherever you are, whether it's on a mat or the floor or the bed or wherever you find yourself most comfortable. And just sitting up straight, crossing your legs if you can, or if it's more comfortable for you to sit up in Thunderbolt or something like it, that's great too. And if you want a little bit of extra comfort, you can put the pillow between your heels and your butt bones and just get yourself into a seated position to start your practice. Putting your hands on your thighs, looking down towards your fingertips, spreading your fingers equally, looking down towards your knees, making sure they're in a line if you're sitting like this, and then just pausing, bringing your shoulders back, closing your eyes if you like, and inhaling through the nose, expanding through the belly, and exhaling through the mouth like you're blowing out through a straw. Inhaling again through the nose, bringing the shoulders a little bit more back so the chest and the heart come forward. And exhaling, blowing out through the lips. Inhaling one more time, expanding through the belly. Letting the shoulders rise as the breath comes to the top, rolling them back. And exhaling this time through the nose. And taking the pillow out from underneath you and laying down on your back. And just taking a second to feel that. Noticing the sensation of your body where it meets the floor or the mat or the bed, wherever you are. Place your hands, your palms down beside you, and just feel the ground beneath you holding you up. Inhaling, bending your left knee, and maybe here too, grabbing the pillow, if you'd like, putting it on your belly. And then bringing your left knee up towards your body, reaching towards the kneecap, pointing your toes, pointing the toes on the left foot as well as the right. Even if you can't see me, just follow the sound of my voice as you reach for your left knee and gently bring it in towards your chest. Bending the elbows to create pressure. And when you've gone as far as you feel a deep stretch without any kind of pain, pausing here and going back to that inhale and exhale through the nose. Feeling the belly rise on the inhale, feeling the belly fall on the exhale. And taking 2 more breaths here just like this. As long and slow as you can make them. And after your second exhale, releasing the knee and just letting that left foot slide down along the right leg, shaking out the knees, shaking out the legs, laying down flat again just for a moment, touching the ground. And inhaling the right knee up towards the chest this time and reaching for it with your fingers. interlacing the fingers if you can, or just reaching towards the knee. If you can't quite get the knee here, maybe taking behind the thigh, back of the leg above the knee. Just really bringing that knee in, feeling the stretch through the right hip. Noticing your pelvis, making sure your pelvis is staying relatively flat on your surface. Pointing the toes and following the breath here. Inhaling through the nose, expanding through the belly, filling the lungs all the way, and exhaling. Inhaling, bringing the knee in just a little bit closer if you can. And exhaling, releasing the knee, sliding the right foot along the left leg. Laying flat here. Maybe you want to bring the pillow under your back now. And actually the long way, it's even more comfortable. Bringing the palms flat to the ground. And on your next inhale, bringing both of your knees up and taking a hold of your sides of the feet. Pressing the thumb into the big toe. And just really letting gravity work here as you make space in the pelvis. Yoga Nidra Asana, happy baby. Finding a place of comfort and then pausing to focus your attention on the breath. 2 inhales and exhales here. Allowing the sensation of the belly expanding to bring your awareness into this exact moment and your intention to create space in the hips, in the pelvis, and some length and strength in the spine. Releasing the feet without any kind of drama, just bringing them back down flat, bringing the legs flat on the mat, big toes together, palms down. Inhaling here and pressing into the palms and bringing yourself up to a seat. Going to take the pillow now and bring it in front of you. Place it in your lap. Kind of tuck it in there. And then start to bring your heels together in front of you. And this might be the extent of where your flexibility is today. And that's totally great. It's totally fine. If you're feeling any more flexible, bringing the heels in as close to the groin as you can get them. And actually turning the pillow now so that it's covering the feet wherever they land. Bringing your hands to your knees, sitting up straight at first, inhaling. And then exhaling, walking the hands forward on your pillow, letting your head hang, the chin coming towards the chest. The weight of the skull stretching the back of the neck. And just gently reaching forward as you allow the knees to drift towards the ground, tucking the chin in towards the chest, bringing the shoulders as far back as you can in this position, and taking 2 long, slow, deep breaths as you stay here. And allow the connective tissue
that's holding your knees up as you allow that armor to very, very slowly soften. Or at least consider the idea that it could someday.
One more breath. And then coming back up to sitting upright, moving the pillow to the side, bringing your knees up and together so you lift your butt up now. And whether you're holding your fingers to the ground in front of you, or one in front, one hand in front and one behind, or whether this is the time to interlace the fingers, bring the elbows up and press into the palms of the hands. Just coming into this malasana pose, yoga squat. Finding your balance here. And finding a place where you can rest long enough to take one long, slow, deep breath here. Before you release your butt back down to the floor, down to your mat. And now, everybody's favorite pose, pigeon pose. You'll bend your left knee as little or as much as you can in front of you. And then bring that right knee behind you and taking the pillow with you. So whether this is a shape that you make, or whether you can bring your right leg straight behind you and continue to use the pillow under your knee. Just bringing the left butt as close to the mat as you can. And either pausing here, upright with your palms to the mat, to the floor. Or if there's some space and some softness, walking the hands forward, coming to the elbows. Interlacing the hands, the fingers, looking down. Letting the head hang again, chin towards the chest. Finding the stretch more on the left side than on the right, but feeling it on both sides. Taking 2 deep breaths here in your pigeon pose. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Releasing the fingers, pressing the palms onto the floor. Releasing that left knee, that left hip. Moving the pillow to the side. Stretching the left leg behind you as you come to your hands and knees. And then this time bringing the right knee up in front of you. And taking the pillow maybe under the right hip. Or maybe you can do something real fancy where you get it like under the right hip and the left knee. Either keeping that knee closer to the front of the mat, or straightening the left leg behind you, pressing into the mat, letting the head hang, maybe coming down to the forearms or the elbows, interlacing the hands if you're here.
you're staying up, focusing on the fingertips, making sure they're evenly placed in front of you. And just looking down at the hands as you inhale, letting the chest come forward. And noticing the sensations, whether it's in the hips or the spine, the small of the back. Maybe your hands feel sweaty, or maybe your arms feel tired. Just noticing that as you take 2 more breaths here. And then pressing those palms into the mat. Bringing the right knee and the left knee alongside one another. Stretching that right leg out behind you. If you can, bringing the knees together and the hips to your heels. Here in child's pose, opening through the knees. And walking the hands forward. Bringing the forehead towards the mat. And also taking the pillow, putting it between your forearms, and just sinking down. Letting your forehead press into the pillow and your palms press into the floor. Bringing the hips back as far as they'll go towards the heels. And finishing your practice here in child's pose. Inhaling and feeling the breath not only in the lungs and in the front of the body, but also along the spine. And exhaling to melt down. I hope this is helpful for you. I really look forward to the chance to do this together in person sometime. Namaste, aho friends.